Hey guys, welcome to a new reading vlog with me. Let's get into it. So let's get into my weekly TBR. It is the week of Valentine's Day, so we are keeping it spicy around here. But the first book that I am reading is my short story collection, The Wilderness Tales, 40 Stories of the North American Wild by Diana Fuss. I promise next week's vlog will be the last vlog with this book. I know it's taken me forever to get through. I mean, it's huge and I am loving this, but it is a beast and I have to tell y'all about it every single week. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I finished a section today and that section was past and present, really talking about just the nostalgia of the wilderness and just like childhood memories of like summer camp or going fishing with your family, that kind of thing. So my favorite story in that one was Death by Landscape by Margaret Atwood. That was published in 1989 and that's our like summer camp one. I've never read any Margaret Atwood. I've never watched any of the adaptations of her books, but I really did like that one. So my next section that I'll be starting tomorrow is Endangerment and Extinction. And obviously people build and build and build. So we lose wilderness to that. And I'm assuming that's what it's gonna be about. So then my ebook, I do own the physical copy as well, is Planet Barbarians. Now this one does have extra content, like it does have one of the novellas in it, but I'm not going to count that as being read the novella. I'm gonna read that separately, probably on the ebook. But this does have a epilogue in it. But what is Planet Barbarians about? Now this is a dark, spicy romance. Planet Barbarians, we have our main character, Georgie. She is from Florida and gets abducted by aliens. She wakes up in a room and they're shining lights at her and all that. These little green guys, literally little green guys. And she gets taken and the next thing she knows, she wakes up and she's basically in like a prison, which is on a spaceship. And all these American and Canadian women have been captured by these aliens and are being trafficked. They're going to go be sold as slaves in outer space. And obviously that's very bad. I think being trafficked by humans is one thing, which is awful, but imagine being trafficked by a whole other species. You don't know where you're going, so it's like, how do you even escape when you're in outer space? They come up with a plan and the ship crashes somewhere they have no idea where. They call it not Hoth because it is just like Hoth from Star Wars. And our main character Georgie is kind of the leader because she is only someone to volunteer. That's me. So she goes and so she's the one to lead the spaceship to go out into this world. And she meets Vekel, who is a big blue guy with horns and a tail and all of that. And he tries to help her through all this, and obviously they fall in love. So that's what that one's about, and I should finish that today. And then I started this on Friday or Saturday. I don't remember what day. Oh my gosh. My dog jumped out the bed and hit the, the desk chair in the process, making the desk chair spin. Okay, she probably has to go to the bathroom, so hold on. Okay, I'm back. But The Dark Queens, this looks like a fantasy cover, but I'm telling you, this is not fantasy. This is nonfiction. This is by Shelley Puhak, and this is the bloody rivalry that forged the medieval world. So Brunhilde is a opera character who, if you don't know opera, which I don't, but you often see like the Viking helmet with the blonde braids and all of that. That is the character of Brunhilde, but Brunhilde was actually based on a real woman who is Queen Brunhilde of the, they're Franks. She's one of the queens of the Franks because there's like 4 separate kingdoms. And she marries into the Marjovan, is that how you say it, family. And she did not wear a Viking helmet. Viking helmets were not a thing until that play or opera was made in the 1800s. So, and she was living in the 6th century, which was the 500s. So 1300 years later is when they gave her a helmet and changed her name. But these were queens who ruled for a very long time, and often we don't hear about queens, but obviously they had such an impact. And the other queen, what is her name? Because these are names that are like, again, not familiar, that I'm not. Fredegonde, who is her sister-in-law, who was a slave, a palace slave, and ended up marrying the king because things were very different back then. And this is just basically Europe after the collapse of the Western Roman Empire and what came after that. And that's been something I've been really intrigued by lately, and I didn't realize I had a book that took place then and that it was in my mood reading cart, or basket. Then my ebook, I am still continuing the Outlander series. I am like almost 40% into this. This is A Breath of Snow and Ashes by Diana Gabaldon. This is the 6th book in the Outlander series, and this is really the start of the American Revolution. Hey guys, I just finished Planet Barbarians. It was a 4-star. Yes, I loved this. I devoured this, and I totally did not know how I would feel about this book when I started. I was like, this could go really bad or it could go really good. And it went really good. As I said, I loved it. So I'm about to review it. I haven't actually written my review yet, but I will tell y'all my like basic stuff. And why is my little bookmark thingy not in the right place? But okay, so Planet Barbarians. It is by Ruby Dixon, and it is a romance. I give it a 4-star, and my 3 words to describe this book are spicy, funny, and devoured. And I did the ebook. This was published in 2015, and I read it from February 10th to February 12th. So yes, I sped through this book. Let's go into my thoughts. So characters, I gave a 4-star. I did love them. And I felt that, oh my gosh, why? Georgie was so relatable. I think she is how most girls would be in this kind of situation. And yeah, I just found her really relatable, and I really liked reading from her. I thought she was really funny, and I thought all the female characters were really funny. And I do like the character dynamics of these men are not the alien men, I should say. They are basically what a woman dreams a man would be, but that doesn't make these characters Gary Sue's. I never know, what do you call like the male version of Mary Sue? Like, these men are very caring, they're very protective, but that doesn't make them the perfect man, because there is still a lot of barriers, cultural, language, and species, I guess, do we say that? I don't know, with aliens. So there is a lot of barriers that does add struggle to the relationship. So it's not the absolute perfect relationship, even if these men do have the perfect qualities that human men necessarily don't always have. Atmosphere is where I had a little bit of a downfall. I just wish there was a little more world building, but this is like a 21 book series, so I'm sure that we do get that building as the series goes on. And so I just have a lot of more questions of like, why were these women picked to be abducted by aliens? Where were they going? What was the purpose of that? And is there going to be any repercussions? I can't think of the right word of how do you pronounce that word. Like, are they gonna get in trouble for escaping, and what happened to those aliens that did abduct them? So I do have a lot of questions just on the world in general, like, are we in an empire, all that kind of thing. Writing, I give it a 5-star. I love this writing. As I said, it was funny, and it had great inner dialogue, because that's something that I struggle a lot with a lot of books or authors struggle with, is having inner dialogue, and I thought it was done fantastic here for both our male and female characters. So it was very readable, and the author did a great job at portraying the emotion. We could really feel the emotions that the characters were feeling. And then plot, I gave a 4-star. I loved that this was really how you should not judge a book by its cover, not the book, but by Vectel. He is a blue alien, horns, a tail, and all of that, and he's still a great person. As I said, he's very protective, and he really cares about his people, and he cares about helping the humans and all of that, and I just think he is a great guy. But usually you're not going to be attracted to somebody with horns and a tail and who is blue. I think this is a trope that obviously goes back to Beauty and the Beast, and probably further than that, to be honest, but that we shouldn't judge somebody by their outward appearance in life. And yeah, and even if or judge somebody for maybe not speaking the same language as you or being from the same culture as you, I just think it's that's a great theme. And logic, again, I give that a 3 because I still have a ton of questions. And then enjoyment, this felt like a 4-star read, and it was a 4-star read. So I will be starting Neon Gods a day early. I'm going to be following along with the audiobook. They do have it on Spotify. And this is another like very spicy romance. Let's actually read the description here. So society darling Persephone Demetrius plans to escape the ultra-modern city of Olympus and start over far from the backstabbing politics of the 13 houses. But all that's stripped away when her mother ambushes her with an engagement to Zeus, the dangerous power behind the glittering city's dark facade. With no options left, Persephone flees to the forbidden Undercity and makes a devil's bargain with a man she once believed a myth, a man who awakens her to a world she never knew existed. Hades has spent his life in the shadows, and he has no intentions of stepping into the light. But when he finds that Persephone can offer a little slice of the revenge he spent years craving, it's all the excuse he needs to help her for a price. Yet every breathless night spent tangled together has given Hades a taste of Persephone, and he'll go to war with Olympus itself to keep her close. This is the bookmark that I used. I got it in a subscription box a long time ago. I don't know what this is. The Raven Boys. What was the crow one? Six of Crows? I don't know, but I got it in a subscription box. And I've never read the series that it's from, but I still use it. Houston, we have a problem. Look, one piece is missing. I know I am a mess. I do not see it anywhere on the floor. Oh, hold on, I do. Okay, guys, you're gonna see. You're gonna see this happen. Puzzle complete. Listening to the Neon Gods audiobook, it got me done with this puzzle. Like penguins, giraffes, squirrels, elephants, lions, otters, monkeys, flamingos, and a lot of whales, dolphins, fish. We completed the puzzle. Okay guys, we've taken an unexpected turn. I think I'm going to switch to the audiobook of The Dark Queens. I don't know, since I've already read like 47 pages in here, should I change? No, because the majority of the book will be read through audio. It's just there's so many names and all that I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm just sitting there struggling. So I'd rather have it read to me but follow along as I am reading. So we are going to be switching to the audio and starting the book over. I know, crazy for me to do something like that, but I just think it will be best because I do think I can really enjoy this. So right now I am at a 4-star, but I do think this could move up to a 5-star possibly with the audiobook. So I went ahead and bought that, and we will restart The Dark Queens tomorrow. Since I finished my puzzle, I don't know, have I even vlogged today? Hi, it's Tuesday, but since I finished my puzzle while I listened to my audiobook, I'm going to be coloring. This is just the one I had. I was going to unhaul these two, and now I'm like, we're keeping them. But this is what I'm working on. I only have highlighters, so I might buy pens or something at Target tomorrow to color with. I do have markers, but they are very dried up. As you can see, my purple that I'm using is not that great for the highlighter. So this is the one I was working on, and then I was going to unhaul the Star Wars one and then my Mile Higher one with Kindle Rays. But yeah, with these I'm definitely gonna need to get colored pencils or something because they are more detailed. And this one is an activity book, so it does have, you know, different things. So just things to work on while I listen to my audiobook. Guys, I feel so tired. I don't know why that is. Is it because I've been coloring for like so long? I don't know, but yeah, it's Tuesday. I think the first clip where I talked was that coloring one, which was a really random way to start the day in the vlog. But I am 42% into Neon Gods now. This book got pretty messed up today. So I was out in the yard and I left my book on the deck, and this has literally never happened before. Delilah picks up the book, so as you can see, there's a hole, teeth marks, dirt, and this was going to be one that I unhauled. That's a sneak peek of what my thoughts are, but now I would just feel bad. Donating a book covered in dirt and teeth, like teeth marks, bite marks. Yeah. Let's get into my thoughts of Neon God so far. As I said, I'm about 40% into it, which is I've listened to like 4 hours of the audiobook. Persephone is our main female lead, and I don't like her. I think she is extremely annoying, and I don't think she's meant to be. She is my age. She is 24 years old, and she is so immature. She acts like a 16-year-old or maybe a 15-year-old. I don't know. But she acts like a teenager. I get she's a trust fund baby. She's a Nepo baby. Like, same. But what, like, why is she like so immature? It's really annoying. But I have also heard that like famous people are stunted at the age they became famous at, which I totally don't think the author's that deep into this. But like when her mother became this high up person, I don't know if they're politicians or mafia people, I don't know, but when her mother became high up and these girls were like socialites, did she get stunted at that age? I don't know, but as I said, I doubt the author has gone that deep into it. So Psyche, which is one of Persephone's sister, has been my favorite character so far. So a side character that we've not seen for chapters. I think we saw her in like one chapter today on a phone call. She's been my favorite. I think this is a series, so maybe if there's another book. I do think I would still give this author another go. Because it's the character that's annoying me. So, you know, with different characters, I might like them more. And then our male main character is Hades, and I am definitely intrigued by him. But I think these characters are pretty two-dimensional, and we'll get more into that in a little bit. And then the number of side characters scares me, but I do think I have them under wraps so far. I can't tell you which sister is which, except Psyche, and the one that starts with a C is the oldest, and she's like very protective. And then there's Hermes and Dionysus. Is that who? I know there. I only saw Hermes was a man, but in the book it's a woman, so I don't know if they just reversed the genders. Yeah. And then, so 50 pages in, I left a note. I need more world building. Like, what are the 13? As I just said, I don't know if they're politicians. I don't know if they're like mafia people, but they kind of run the city. But I don't know if it's just, are they celebrities? Are they government? Like, I don't get who are the 13. And still, now at 164 pages, I still don't know. Then this is something that I just found really weird, and it's just started happening in the past few chapters. I don't know if somebody was like, you need to make this book more diverse, because they'll just randomly be like, a Latina woman was walking down the street, and this is what I noticed about her. And then it was like, I have a maid, she's a white woman. And then they go to a store and he's like, this is a black man. Those are all the instances. I'm like, why are you telling me the race of these random people? Like a random girl walking down the street. Why do I need to know what race she is? I just thought that was really weird. And we're even saying all this. I don't even know what Hades looks like. So I don't know his race. I really don't. I just know that Persephone is blonde with hazel eyes. And that's literally the only description of a character. And I know that Hades has tattoos and scars, but I mean, literally anybody can have tattoos and scars. I don't know what he looks like. Can't tell you what color hair he has. Can't tell you what color eyes he has. I don't know. And I just thought that was so weird to just randomly start saying the race of random people who don't even matter. Like, as I said, the girl walking down the street. Why? We're probably never going to see her again. And so I think probably an editor was like, hey, you need to make this book diverse. Who knows? Oh my gosh. Why is his breath smell? Okay. Then we are in the lower city, which is where Hades lives and is like the guy in charge. Again, I don't know what the 13 is. And nobody is recognizing her on the street because apparently she's so famous. Because basically these daughters of, I cannot even remember what the mom's name is, but the Demetrius sisters are basically the Kardashians in this world. And I'm like, how is nobody in the lower world, lower city, whatever, recognizing her? Because she's like, they have all the same gossip sites, so of course people know. And I'm like, then why is nobody recognizing her except the girl at the fashion boutique or whatever they go to? But okay. And then they talk about her body and her health so much, because they're like, she almost got hypothermia, she cut up her feet because she was running barefoot, you shouldn't be wearing heels after doing all that. And then she feels faint at this greenhouse, so he's like, when was the last time you had a meal? And I'm like, why do we care so much? And then yeah, I'm just bored. So yeah, I'm not liking this book. I'm not liking it. And then he babies her so effing much. He has to carry her everywhere and take care of her so much. And honestly, when men are like that, people are like, he is a man child, she's basically his mom. But when it's genders reversed, nobody seems to care. And I'm like, it's so annoying. Like, please, I would hate that. I'd be like, give me my own space, let me do my thing. Yeah. But I know the characters aren't me, so it's fine. But yeah, it's so annoying. This book is annoying me, I've come to realize. But we're gonna push through, we're gonna finish it, and because so many people love this book. So there's my update on Neon Gods for the You're coming home with me, and you're coming home with me. Yeah, the Valentine stuff got going, and it's Valentine's Day. There's some other. Should I do it? We'll do it. It's this hair. That's why people would just tell me to get my own driver's license. Screw you, I don't care. But every time I go in a car, my dad has the windows down, and I'm like, I brush and do a blowout on my hair for no reason at all. But I did get one book at Target today, and that is None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. This has been so many people's videos, like favorite books, and people's videos, and they seem to love it. You'll know I struggle with thrillers, so I hope that I will enjoy this and that this will be good for me. I got the last one in stock at Target. Yeah, I'm that bad. And then y'all know I was coloring yesterday. Oh, it's Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day. It's Wednesday. But so I got some magic markers because I think I told y'all mine are all dried out. And then I got this nice shirt. I remember in high school, I really liked a shirt with big sleeves, and my friends were like, no, that was a Belk, I think. No, JCPenney. And I still love a big sleeve because my shoulders are so small. To bring emphasis to make them look bigger, you wear a big sleeve. Fashion. I'm done reading the Neon Gods for the day, so let's see where I got. I got to page 255 and no new thoughts. I feel exactly the same as I felt yesterday. And is this my least favorite book I've read this year? I don't think so, because I've just read, I don't know, that is such a hard question, where there's aspects of this book that I hate, and by the way, I got a 67%, but then I think of books are just so boring and did nothing for me. So it's only an interesting thing, and why Call Pal is so helpful for these kind of instances of where I really just don't know. But yes, I read 90 pages in here, I think it was 90 pages that I read in here today, and I am on track to finish the book tomorrow like I had planned to. But I am a little bit ahead of schedule, so that's always nice to be ahead in life, right? But y'all saw I colored. I finished 2 pages in my Kindle Ray coloring the book, and I don't know how well y'all can see that my hand is like all blue and pink and purple. We have a lot of colors from the markers that I was using, but they are washable, so I don't really care anyway if I have coloring stuff on me. But I am going to eat some leftover pizza, but I do update y'all every quarter of the book, so I'm came here to update y'all that I have. Guys, it's Thursday and I finished Neon Gods. This has been the worst book this month. A 2-star. Overhyped, definitely. So we will look at my book review section in my journal and we'll get deep into my thoughts. So the title is Neon Gods by Katie Roberts, and this is a romance book. My 3 words to describe this book are overrated, annoying, and lacking. And I did do the audiobook. This was published in 2021 and I read it from the 12th to the 15th and I gave it a 2-star. Let's talk about our characters first off. Our first lead that we get the perspective of is Persephone, and she was so annoying. She was so childlike. So she is 24 years old, but acts 10 years younger than that. And I get she's coming from a life of privilege and a very like stressful life because she's in the public eye, and she didn't really choose to be because it's her mother's job is why she's in the public eye. So she's like a Nepo baby. But I think you can be coming from that lifestyle and still act like an adult. She did not act like an adult at all. And then Hades is our male perspective, and I was intrigued by him, but as the story went on, he was just like having kind of a pity party for himself, and I hated how he empathized, I think that's the right word, but like treated Persephone like a baby, basically. Like she couldn't, like, yes, she was like a child, but just how much he would carry her around, he would tell her to eat, he was basically just treating her like a little kid, and I don't like that. I am a very, like, in relationships, friendships, everything, I'm a very independent person, so I don't like, but I'm fine reading it other ways, but just the way it was done here was not for me. And atmosphere, extremely lacking. That's why I used the word lacking as one of my 3 words. I get that this is inspired by Greek myth, obviously, by the names and having gods in the title. I know what the 13 are in original Greek mythology. Those are all your 13 gods. And oh my gosh, this cat is driving me crazy. So I know there are 13 Greek gods, and that is who the 13 are, but this is a modern retelling. It's set in our world because we have references to like Princess Leia, to California, England, and you know, places like things that are just in our real world. But that led to so many questions because, okay, well, who are the 13 first off? Are they the government who runs this city? Are they like a mob, a mafia kind of thing? Not sure. Are they just plain celebrities? And hold on. So annoying. He meowed so much when I was doing my bullet journal to come in here. I let him in and then he wants to leave. Like, why are cats like that? Okay, so we have all those, the 13. I don't know what their role is. And then, so the lower city is definitely a lot more impoverished than the upper city. And I'm like, if they're in our real world, why can't they just make allies with the real world countries and other cities to help them? I don't understand that, because they act like, oh, if Dimitri, I don't know, what is her name? Persephone's mom's name. If she cuts off food supply, then we're screwed. But I'm like, you can't reach out to another country and ask for help. Like, I don't get it. I just have so many more questions about that. The writing was fine. I have no complaints about that. Plot, for the overall plot of, you know, how Persephone, like how they went about doing this as a retelling, I think the writer did a good job. But I think they did an awful job of portraying good and evil, and just how that was portrayed. I'm really picky about that because I do think that it's not just a straight line between good and evil. I think just if there are villains and all, those characters need to be developed more. I still have no idea why Zeus killed Hades' parents. I don't know why. So this book left me with a lot of questions. I'm sorry about my nose running. It was cold in the room that I was in, but this worst book this month so far. Next we are reading The Mistake by Elle Kennedy, which I love hockey romances. I've only read like one. I love books about hockey, I should say then. So my hopes are high for that one. And with Neon Gods, my favorite character from this book is the main character in the next book, and I did see that the next book does have a higher rating on Goodreads, so I'm not going to rush to pick up Electric Idol. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Electric Idol. I'm not going to rush to pick it up, but I do think I might pick it up in the future, as I'm not unhauling this book since it did get so beat up, and now I just feel bad giving this to somebody by how much my dog chewed up the book. But I am going to eat because I am really hungry, and then write my book review. Y'all know I had to show you the bookmark. I just used a basic book of the month one. Focus. I can't tell if it's focused or not, but I'm going to be ending the vlog here. So for a little wrap, we finished two spicy books. This was my spicy vlog for the month, which was Planet Barbarians and Neon Gods. We finished both of those. I've read over 100 pages every day, but my goal is to read 150 pages every day this month, and I only read over 150 pages one day this week. On Tuesday, I read 158 pages. Then I hauled one book this week with None of This Is True. That book was $14.76. And we are nearly done with my TBR. I only have 2 more books, and they are both ebooks, and I usually get through those pretty quickly. And then I will have my 5-star prediction. So I think we did a decent job this week with reading. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know, what are you reading down below in the comments. Have you read any of the books that I read in this one? What were your thoughts on them? Neon Gods, let me know. I'm really curious for your thoughts on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you made it all the way through, leave a heart emoji in the comments below. And as always, comment, rate, and subscribe. And don't forget to ring that notification bell to be notified when all my videos go live. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.